I've been listening to this song pretty much on repeat for the past few weeks. It's called Mundane. And as I was listening to it, the lyrics are really resonating with me. The first verse says, "Save me from the mundane." And then it goes into the chorus and it says, "But I just want to be out of my head. Can you show me how it feels to be out of my head?" It's interesting that phrase, being in your head. And as I said it, you probably know exactly what that feels like, right? Anxious thoughts, your mind is racing a mile a minute. And the result is a mundane life. Something about anxious thoughts being in your head, your mind racing like crazy, is that anxiety and stress, they paralyze you. And when they paralyze you like that, yeah, you just begin to have a mundane life that you just kind of go with the flow, that you decide to watch TV for 6 hours, or you're scrolling on TikTok or Instagram for hours and hours and hours. And you're like, yeah, I'm addicted to it. But in all reality, it's probably because you're anxious. It's probably because you're stressed, probably because you're thinking about, what am I going to do with my life? Or how am I going to handle this situation? How am I going to handle this financial situation? Like, and you're just constantly in your head and you just want to know what it's like to be out of your head. And I believe that Peter is the perfect person to talk about that, because every story with him in it, he is always in his head. He always goes overboard. I mean, Jesus literally rebukes him because Peter is in his head and he wants to be the best that he can, but Peter gets humbled many, many, many times. And in First Peter 5:6 through 7, it says, "Therefore humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you at the proper time, casting all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." We always hear this verse and we always say, "Cast your anxiety on him. He cares for you. Give it all to him and you'll be totally fine." But Peter is stating exactly how to do that. I mean, even in verse 5, he says that you should humble yourselves before elders who humble themselves before God. And then through that, you humble yourself before God. What does that all of that mean? It doesn't mean that you do a Wayne's World, right? We're not worthy, we're not worthy. No, you don't do that. Instead, it's understanding that you know who you are because God is telling you who you are. You know who you are because you're walking out in the ways of Jesus, the ways that Jesus has told you to walk out. And when you do that before God, you allow your obedience to be towards Him. You are obedient towards Him. And guess what happens? It's easy when you're walking with God and you can just cast your anxieties on him because you've been obedient, and you know that he cares for you. So if you're in your head today, if you're in your head this week about a situation, can you humble yourself before God, and will you allow yourself to cast your anxieties, to write it all out, to speak it all out, and to lay it on his feet so that way he can take care of it for you because he cares for you.